I've got a test for you. What day is it today? If you looked around, scratched your head and were somewhat confused, let's try another question. When is St. Patrick's Day? Very good, March the 17th. I see you know the answer to that one, right? A day off and a load of boozing and lots of green signifying the Irish National Day. What about St. David's Day? When's that? It's March the 1st. And St. Andrew's? 30th of November. But you didn't know that St. Andrew, who's the patron saint of Scotland, is also the patron saint of Romania, Greece, Russia, Ukraine and Poland. And the Scottish get a day off for that as well. OK, so what about St. George's Day? When is that? Well, most people first get him confused with St. David and still couldn't tell you when the day is. Well, it's actually today, the 23rd of April, and not a lot of people know that. Instead of draping the flag of St. George from balconies and flying it high in the town centres across England, for some reason or other, no one seems to want to talk about it, let alone celebrate it. Both the Irish and the Scottish have bank holidays when their national day arrives, but as soon as St. George's Day is here, it seems as though a certain sector of the population want to sweep this day under the carpet and deem anybody who dares to celebrate it a racist. Look, I get it. When I was growing up, the flag of St. George was commandeered by some racist elements who used it as a sign of their racist agenda, which is ironic, really, because St. George, if he existed, was actually an immigrant and from Turkey. But the flag has since that time been reclaimed. There seems to be a woke liberal elite of very unpatriotic people who see anybody who supports the idea of this day as a celebration, and they hold the flag of St. George in contempt. But England actually have a lot to be proud of, and the notion of being English needs to be celebrated. In 1215, England set up the Magna Carta, which laid the foundation of why every person should be free under the law, innocent until proven guilty. In the 16th century, England asserted its independence in a statute and shook off foreign legal controls, a bit like Brexit. And this was the same century that England defeated the Spanish Armada. As part of the Union, we beat France and Spain at Trafalgar, abolished slavery and created equal rights for women. Literary geniuses like George Orwell and William Shakespeare, whose birthday is also today, are considered some of the best authors to have ever lived. Their work studied globally, and the English language was until recently the most prevalent language spoken throughout the world. We've won 1 World Cup, 2 World Wars, and have some of the best pubs in the world. So why on earth is the 23rd April, St. George's Day, hardly ever mentioned? With a history like this, surely we should stay true to the struggles of our ancestors who fashioned a free people and fought to keep us free. I'm proud to be English.